seen a video of Draya and Jalen Green having a little fisticuffs outside walking down the street. I'm like, is Draya slow? Well, she gotta be slow. 23 and 40. Your man, the man that's supposed to lead you, is 23 years of age. It was only a matter of time before he started rebelling because she was gonna start acting like his mama anyway, because he's literally her son's age. I don't know what she was thinking this was gonna be.
What happens when love, jealousy, and public drama collide in the middle of New York Fashion Week? That's exactly the question swirling after reality star Draya Michelle and NBA player Jalen Green turned heads for all the wrong reasons. At around 2 a.m. outside the upscale Manor Hotel in Soho, the couple's private issues became a public spectacle. Witnesses say the two were locked in a fiery argument that quickly escalated, with Draya allegedly trying to put hands on Jalen as friends rushed in to hold her back. Onlookers described her being physically dragged away while Jalen kept shouting back, unwilling to back down. The scene wasn't just messy, it was explosive, with comparisons immediately flooding social media to other infamously volatile couples like Blueface and Christian Rock. Speculation about the cause of the fight spread just as quickly. Rumors suggested Jalen may have been a little too friendly with another woman during the party, while others pointed to alcohol as the likely spark. After all, it was late, tensions were high, and in the world of celebrity nightlife, drama is never far behind. But this wasn't just a random argument. It was the kind of spectacle that left people asking whether this relationship has always been more combustible than it appeared. And what came after made it even harder to ignore. The morning after the chaos, Draya and Jalen wasted no time trying to spin the story back in their favor. Draya posted a short video of the two looking calm and cozy, followed by a cryptic image captioned Jet 2 Holidays, package holidays you can trust. If you get it, you get it. To her, it was a playful way of saying everything was fine, but to the public, it felt like damage control. Social media wasn't convinced. Fans were quick to point out that if everything was so perfect, why were there multiple clips of her screaming, lunging, and needing to be pulled away from her boyfriend in the middle of the night? For critics, the posts only made things look worse, as though the couple was more focused on curating their image than addressing the explosive fight everyone just witnessed. And behind the polished facade, people couldn't help but bring up what's always been the elephant in the room, the 17-year age gap. At 40 years old, Draya is nearly 2 decades older than Jalen, and when they first got together, he was just 21, a fact that many never stopped side-eyeing. That gap is what made the fight trend even harder, with thousands of comments saying their relationship has always felt more like a mother-son dynamic than a genuine partnership. The backlash only intensified when fans pointed out that Draya has a son who's basically Jalen's age, making the situation feel even stranger.
Hey y'all, so I just want to share my quick thought on this. I don't like judging nobody, because that ain't even in my character, but this is like, I don't know why I feel led to talk about this, because it is what it is. Anyway, just get straight to the point. Draya Michelle, she used to be on Basketball Wives. She started dealing with this young man, young enough, could possibly be her son. Jalen's, I forgot his last name. He played basketball. All I'ma say is, when I heard about her allegedly tussling with him, and then they got videos surfacing of them tussling. Draya, you are not around the same age. I really need you to stop, because you is embarrassing the age group right now. And that's all I'ma say on that. You is too old to be dealing with ring around the rosy games. And that's all I'ma say on that. I mean, you be with whoever you want to be with. I'm not, like I said, I ain't in the game of judging, because we all done played some treacherous games. Okay? I could write a book. Anyway, Draya, no, this ain't no good look. I'm just being 100 and honest. I ain't gonna lie. It's just, bottom line, it just ain't no good look. And again, that's all I'ma say on that.
And now that their relationship drama is spilling into the streets, it's raising even more questions about whether this is love, control, or something far more toxic, waiting to explode again. For critics, this latest blow-up didn't come out of nowhere. It fit right into the narrative that's followed Draya Michelle and Jalen Green since the very beginning. When their relationship first went public back in 2023, the internet immediately latched onto the age gap and the optics of a woman in her 40s dating a 21-year-old NBA rookie.
Not mad at it. It's two grown people. If it was my son, I probably would feel away. If it was my son, I probably would feel away. You know, she's an older woman, he's a young man.
To many, it screamed predatory, with countless comments calling the pairing creepy and calculated. The fact that Draya's own son is Jalen's age only fueled the perception that this wasn't a love story, but a power imbalance dressed up as romance. Accusations of gold digging followed Draya almost instantly, with people questioning what a woman who had already lived a full life and reality TV career wanted with someone just starting his. Critics claim Draya used her experience and confidence to run game on a young player flush with money, but short on wisdom, while supporters argued she had every right to choose who she loves. But when the couple welcomed a daughter together, it locked them into a long-term tie that no online criticism could erase. Still, the whispers never stopped, and the argument in New York poured gasoline on those suspicions. Instead of seeing two people working through relationship issues, fans saw the picture they'd always painted: a seasoned woman clashing with a younger man who may not have the maturity or patience to handle her.
I just seen a video of Draya and Jalen Green having a little fisticuffs outside walking down the street. I'm like, is Draya slow? Well, she gotta be slow. 23 and 40. Your man, the man that's supposed to lead you, is 23 years of age. It was only a matter of time before he started rebelling, because she was gonna start acting like his mama anyway, because he's literally her son's age. I don't know what she was thinking this was gonna be.
And that's why this fight has struck such a nerve. It doesn't just show cracks in their relationship, it reinforces everything their critics have been saying since day one. But this wasn't the first public red flag, and what came before may explain why this fight felt inevitable. What makes this fight even more telling is that it wasn't an isolated moment. Draya and Jalen's history is full of small red flags that built up to this messy explosion. Fans remember when Draya joked about packing Jalen's underwear during trips, with him snapping back that she used to buy him childish Monday through Sunday underwear sets. On the surface, it sounded playful, but underneath it painted a picture of a dynamic more like a mother managing her son than a partner supporting her man. Critics instantly latched onto it as proof of how lopsided their roles really are. And then there's the issue of respect. While Draya has been accused of chasing status by dating a much younger NBA star, Jalen hasn't exactly been the picture of maturity.
What do I always forget to pack in my travel?
Underwear.
What? No.
Okay, what?
I'll probably forget like some socks or like deodorant or something. I might forget my deodorant or like maybe a charger. Never underwear. That's crazy.
Okay.
Do you think I forget underwear?
Mm-hmm.
When have I ever did that?
And you went through that phase of yours when you had the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday underwear?
No.
It's like if you couldn't have those, or if they weren't clean right away, you weren't packing none because you only wanted them. So you just didn't have them.
Whispers have followed him about being too flirty at parties, living the wild life of a young athlete, and not giving Draya the kind of security someone her age would expect. That tension only grew louder when you consider their public image. She's often painted as controlling and strategic, while he's painted as reckless and impulsive. Together, it's a storm waiting to happen. The Soho altercation wasn't just about one drunken night. It symbolized years of people questioning whether this relationship was ever built to last. Friends dragging Draya away, Jalen yelling in the street. It all reinforced the belief that this isn't a healthy partnership, but a fragile situation ready to combust. And the fact that it played out in public during Fashion Week of all places added another layer of humiliation neither of them can easily brush off. But if this was ugly, what it revealed about their reputations might be even worse. The fallout from this incident didn't just stir gossip, it hit both Draya and Jalen where it hurts most: their public image. For Draya, who's already faced years of side eyes over her dating choices, the fight only fueled the gold digger and too old for him accusations that have followed her since the beginning of this relationship. At 40, with a teenage son nearly Jalen's age, critics say her behavior in Soho looked less like a grown woman handling a disagreement and more like someone spiraling to hold on to a lifestyle tied to a young NBA star.
Hey y'all, so I just want to share my quick thought on this. I don't like judging nobody, because that ain't even in my character, but this is like, I don't know why I feel led to talk about this, because it is what it is. Anyway, just get straight to the point. Draya Michelle, she used to be on Basketball Wives. She started dealing with this young man, young enough, could possibly be her son. Jalen's, I forgot his last name. He played basketball. All I'ma say is, when I heard about her tussling allegedly tussling with him, and then they got videos surfacing of them tussling. Draya, you are not around the same age. I really need you to stop, because you is embarrassing the age group right now. And that's all I'ma say on that. You is too old to be dealing with ring around the rosy games. And that's all I'ma say on that. I mean, you be with whoever you want to be with. I'm not, like I said, I ain't in the game of judging, because we all done played some treacherous games. Okay? I could write a book. Anyway, Draya, no, this ain't no good look. I'm just being 100 and honest. I ain't gonna lie. Bottom line, it just ain't no good look. And again, that's all I'ma say on that.
The internet has been merciless, comparing her to other infamous older woman-younger athlete relationships like Brittany Renner's, with comments like, "She's acting like his mom, not his partner." Meanwhile, Jalen isn't coming out of this clean either. Fans are questioning why a rising NBA talent with endless options would settle into such a messy and toxic-looking dynamic. Clips of him yelling, "I hate you," while trying to get away from Draya made him look more frustrated than invested, leaving many to wonder if he's already over it but feels trapped by their 1-year-old daughter. And that's where the backlash gets even heavier, because this isn't just drama between two adults. They're tied for life through their child, and every messy public blow-up risks leaving a permanent mark on their family narrative. Instead of glamour during Fashion Week, they've become the latest cautionary tale about age gaps, clout chasing, and toxic love. But as bad as it looks now, whispers behind the scenes suggest this fight might just be the tip of the iceberg. Behind the polished Instagram posts and quick PR cleanups, insiders claim the cracks in Draya and Jalen's relationship run far deeper than one late-night fight. Sources close to the couple allege jealousy has been a constant trigger, with Draya often accused of checking Jalen's every move, especially around other women. At Fashion Week, those whispers got louder when people speculated Jalen was a little too friendly at the party before the street brawl.
So have y'all seen the clip yet? Hey guys, it's your girl Jen Trey Hay, and there is a clip going around of Jalen Green and Draya having an altercation in what appears to be downtown LA. You can hear him saying that I hate you, and he's basically, trying to get away from her, and she's trying to get at him. It looks pretty intense now. Granted, people fight, so, people get into it, couples get into it. It's not, out of the ordinary. I think what people are going to be zoning in on with this particular couple is the age gap. Like, oh no, that's why,
Add alcohol to the mix, and it was a recipe for disaster. But jealousy isn't the only fuel. There's also the power imbalance. Critics point out that Draya, with years of experience in the entertainment world, knows how to control narratives and play the game, while Jalen, still in his early 20s, is vulnerable to manipulation. Some even argue Draya locked him in strategically with their daughter, securing a permanent tie to his growing NBA fortune. Harsh? Maybe. But in a culture where age gap celebrity relationships are often seen as calculated, the optics aren't doing her any favors. And then there's Jalen himself. His friends reportedly worry he's burning out mentally, juggling fame, pressure from the league, and now public relationship drama that makes him look distracted. To them, last night's shouting match wasn't just embarrassing, it was a flashing red light that things could spiral if one of them doesn't step away soon. But the million-dollar question is, will either of them actually walk away, or are they too entangled by money, clout, and their child to break free? The public reaction to the fight has been nothing short of brutal, and it's reshaping how both Draya and Jalen are being perceived. For Draya, the memes and commentary are relentless. People are calling her too old for the drama and comparing her to a mom scolding her son in public rather than a woman having issues with her partner. Social media is dragging her for stepping into a relationship that many already labeled inappropriate, with some even resurfacing jokes about how her son and Jalen could practically be peers. That narrative, that she looks like she's trying to relive her 20s with a younger man, is now louder than ever.
Jalen Green and Jaya Michelle were spotted fighting in New York after a New York Fashion Week event, and it was absolutely insane. You saw Draya looking like she was trying to speed up to Jalen after he was walking ahead maybe like 10 feet, and when she almost catches up to him, you almost hear some exchange like, "I'll punch the S out of you," this and that, almost as if Jalen has no patience for Draya right now. And it makes a lot of people think, right, that no matter how pretty Draya is, she's still 40, and no matter how much he might have liked Draya on Instagram when he was 0 years old and she was 17, right, he still is a very popular NBA player with a limited amount of options. And when you add jealousy into the mix and this and that, he probably don't want to hear that, right? We probably don't want to hear that. I'm pretty sure PJ Washington, Brittany Renner, all these age gap NBA older women relationships, I'm sure the guy likes the girl. They had a crush on them from early age. But even with all that extra liking, they still don't want to hear this crap being thrown in their face about them cheating, because they're still probably paying all the bills and they just don't want to deal with it. And as nasty as that looked, right, we don't know if that's the first time something nasty as that has happened. We don't know how toxic it is, but we know that it got toxic yesterday. And now that it's public, you know, it might not be in Jalen's best interest to continue this. They do have a kid together. Don't really know like the ins and outs. It did seem actually though like Draya, compared to the other girls with the age gap relationships like Nikki, Maduris, and Ball, like you know, Swerve on the corner, whoa, Jello, and all these people. It seemed like she was like the most well behaved. Like I seen Draya go to Diddy, but anybody who go to a Diddy party and then say nothing bad about them, you know, like there's like a little bit of an air of like I can trust this person. They keep their mouth shut. Draya seemed like out of all of them, she was the one, even though the age gap was 40 to thing, seemed like she kept her mouth shut. So I don't know. Like now I've just lost all faith in these age gap relationships. But I want to know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments section and follow me for more content like this.
Meanwhile, Jalen isn't being spared either. His status as an NBA star should be earning him headlines for his skills on the court, but instead, the fight has turned him into tabloid fodder. Fans are questioning his judgment, saying he's risking his career and brand endorsements by being tied up in toxic drama. Even the clip of him yelling "I hate you" at Draya is being used against him, painting him as immature and emotionally reckless. But beyond the jokes and hot takes, there's a more serious undertone. Fans are genuinely worried about the impact this toxic dynamic will have on their young daughter. Many point out that public fights and screaming matches aren't just bad for reputations, they're the kind of chaos that leaves lasting scars on children. And with both parents refusing to step out of the spotlight, the situation is turning into less of a love story and more of a cautionary tale. Still, the question remains, is this just one explosive night, or are we watching the beginning of a very public unraveling? The long-term consequences of this meltdown could be devastating if neither Draya nor Jalen changes course. For Draya, her brand has always leaned on glamour, influence, and maintaining a polished image from her basketball wives days to her fashion ventures. But incidents like this chip away at that carefully curated reputation, leaving her looking messy and desperate rather than sophisticated. Endorsements and partnerships rarely favor drama, and if she keeps being linked to public chaos, she risks losing the credibility she's built. Jalen, on the other hand, has even more to lose. At just 23, he's supposed to be carving out a respected NBA career, but off-court scandals can derail athletes faster than bad stats. Teams, sponsors, and even the league itself don't like being associated with unstable personal lives that overshadow performance. The fight outside the hotel may seem like gossip now, but in the world of sports, it can raise questions about his focus and discipline. And then there's their daughter, the one piece of this story that makes everything more serious. No matter what happens between them, they're tied together for life through her. If the volatility continues, custody battles, child support disputes, and public back and forths could become the next headlines, with their daughter caught in the middle. The saddest part, what could have been just another high-profile romance now risks spiraling into yet another celebrity cautionary tale.